Have you ever heard of a painting that screams in the dead of night when no one is watching? Because what I am about to tell you about the silent scream will make you question everything you thought you knew about art and the supernatural. Picture this: a woman's face frozen in eternal anguish, her mouth agape as if releasing a cry that never makes a sound. This isn't just any ordinary painting hanging in some dusty museum corner. This is the silent scream, and according to dozens of witnesses, it comes alive after midnight. The story begins in the early 1900s when an unknown artist created what would become one of the most haunting pieces of art ever documented. The woman in the painting appears to be in her 30s, with wild eyes and disheveled hair, captured in a moment of pure terror or desperation. But here is where things get weird. Multiple gallery owners and museum curators have reported the same chilling phenomenon. As soon as the building empties and darkness falls, they claim the woman's silent scream becomes almost audible, not through sound, but through an overwhelming sense of dread that fills the room. Security guards have quit their jobs after encountering what they describe as an invisible wall of anguish radiating from the canvas. One former security guard at a private gallery in Chicago described feeling physically ill whenever he walked past the painting during night shifts. He claimed the woman's eyes would track his movement, and the temperature in the room would drop by at least 10 degrees. After 3 weeks on the job, he found another position elsewhere. But it gets stranger. Several art restorers have noticed something peculiar about the paint itself. Under ultraviolet light, hidden layers reveal what appears to be text written in an unknown language beneath the visible image. Some experts believe these markings might be connected to the painting's alleged supernatural properties. The most disturbing account comes from a museum director in Portland who owned the piece for 2 years. She reported that visitors would often become emotional or agitated when viewing the painting, with some breaking down in tears without understanding why. Children were particularly affected, often refusing to enter the room or pointing at the painting while crying. What makes the silent scream truly mysterious is that no one knows the identity of either the artist or the subject. There are no signatures, no documentation, and no historical records linking it to any known painter from that era. It simply appeared in an estate sale in 1924, and since then it has changed hands over a dozen times. Art historians have tried to explain the painting's effect through psychological principles like pareidolia or the uncanny valley effect. They argue that something in the composition tricks our brains into feeling unease, but that doesn't explain the consistent reports of temperature changes or the apparent movement witnesses describe. Here is what is really unsettling. Every single owner of the silent scream has eventually sold it or given it away. No one keeps it for more than 5 years. The current location remains unknown, as the last recorded sale was to a private collector in 2019, who has since disappeared from public records. So the next time you are walking through an art gallery, late at night, pay attention to the paintings around you, because somewhere out there, the silent scream is hanging on a wall, waiting for darkness to fall so it can release its eternal, soundless cry into the world.